When is Japan's best or worst time to visit? So you finally booked that dream trip to Japan. You're picturing all those serene temples, a buzzing city, and all that delicious food, right? Well, did you know that during certain weeks in Japan, train tickets are hard to get and hotel prices can skyrocket? Stick with me because I'm about to spill Japan's travel calendar, showing you the absolute worst times to go, and more importantly, those magical windows that offer great weather, lively festivals, and breathtaking room to really soak in Japan's incredible beauty. All right, let's get right into it. These are the times that you really want to avoid if you like your holidays to be, enjoyable and not a test of your patience or your bank account. Japan is amazing, but during these periods, it can be a lot. And if you can only travel during these periods, I made a whole survivor's guide so you could still have a great trip. First up, Golden Week, which is late April to early May. Golden Week usually hits from late April to the first week of May. It's a string of Japanese national holidays all rolled into one. And for tourists, it means one glorious week of travel chaos. Think every popular spot, every famous temple, every cute little street, absolutely jam-packed with people. Imagine the typical tourist crowd plus a lot of domestic travelers too. It could feel like you spend more time saying sumimasen, 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 trying to get through than actually seeing the sights. Trains, especially the Shinkansen, which is a bullet train on popular routes like Tokyo to Kyoto, are often booked solid. So booking in advance will be crucial. And hotels, well, get ready for some potentially shock to the wallet. Prices can go through the roof and rooms vanish. Trying to book anything last minute is pretty much a no-go. Golden Week is definitely one to skip, if you can. Hi there, if you're finding this helpful so far, I cover many Japan travel tips and updates, and many viewers might think that they are actually subscribed to the channel, but they're not. And it would really mean a lot if you hit that subscribe button. It's the ultimate appreciation. Next on our list, mid-July to mid-August, the sweltering summer and Obon trap. Stick with me. Let's talk about summer. Specifically mid-July to mid-August, this stretch lines up with Japanese school summer holidays and a big wave of international tourists. The first thing that you'll notice and probably feel is the weather. Most of Japan, especially big cities, get incredibly hot and very humid. Average highs might be around 31 Celsius, which is 88 Fahrenheit. But with humidity often close to 100% at times, especially in the mornings and the evenings, it can feel very hot. Honestly, just walking around outside can be super uncomfortable. On top of the challenging weather, you're still dealing with the big crowds at all the popular places, and then there's the Obon festival, which usually happens in mid-August. Obon is a really important family holiday in Japan, when many people travel back to their hometowns in honor of their ancestors. This means another huge wave of domestic travelers, making trains and hotels even more packed. But at the same time, summer is a great time. This period has amazing cultural festivals and fireworks. It's a time of year when Japan really does feel like Japan, with lots of people wearing yukata and more street vendors. Ultimately, if this is the one time that you can travel, like I always say, it's better to visit Japan when you can visit Japan than not visit Japan at all. Then there's typhoon season, which is June to October, more or less, peaking in August and September. Japan is an island nation, so typhoons are just part of the deal. The seasons technically run from May or June through to October, but you're more likely to run into some travel disruption typhoons in August and September. The main problem here is that your travel plans can get totally messed up. Typhoons mean heavy rain, strong wind, and sometimes flooding or landslides. But it's also important to remember that most typhoons move quickly, passing through the area within 24 and 36 hours. Be prepared for possible Shinkansen and local trains and buses being cancelled or seriously delayed. But there is good news, and that is that Japan has great weather forecasting. And finally, New Year's holiday, which is late December into early January. The New Year's period, specifically from around December the 29th to January the 3rd or the 5th, is one of Japan's biggest and most important holidays. It's all about family gatherings, visiting shrines, and traditional customs. And experiencing Japanese New Year traditions like Hatsumode, which is the first shrine visit of the year, can be amazing, but it definitely has its downsides for the average tourist. In major cities, most chain stores, department stores, and larger restaurants tend to stay open, though they might have shorter hours, while many smaller businesses and family-run shops and local eateries may close for several days, especially on January the 1st. This can really limit what you can see, do, and eat. Plus, it's just another huge domestic travel time. Millions of Japanese people head back to their hometowns, so trains, airports, and highways get incredibly crowded. Traveling during New Year's can be rewarding for return visitors who've already seen all the main sites. But if this is your first time in Japan, it's smart to explore major attractions, especially temples or shrines, before December the 28th or after January the 5th. And in between, you might want to consider basing yourself in a larger city where more services stay open, or embrace the quiet by staying at a traditional onsen inn for a night or two. And a quick tip before we jump into the best times to visit Japan, because there are actually some great times to visit Japan, believe it or not. If you're planning your trip right now, one thing that I always recommend is organizing internet data like an eSIM or pocket Wi-Fi. So consider using my affiliate link like Sakura Mobile, which is what I personally use at no additional cost to you. It's a great way to help the channel out by getting something you were likely gonna get anyway, right? Now for the good stuff, let's talk about those magical windows, the times when Japan really rolls out the red carpet for international visitors with a great mix of nice weather, more manageable crowds, cool cultural stuff, and decent prices. First on our best of list, spring, which is March to early May, excluding Golden Week. Spring in Japan is famous, and for a very good reason. Yes, we're talking about the iconic cherry blossoms or sakura season. Usually from late March to early April, big parts of the country are covered in beautiful shades of pink and white. The weather around this time is generally mild and lovely, with temperatures between 5 degrees and 20 degrees Celsius, which is 40 to 70 Fahrenheit, just perfect for wandering through parks and taking it all in. But let's also have a bit of a reality check. Peak bloom season can get very crowded, especially at the really famous spots. But if you plan your trips to avoid that dreaded Golden Week and book your hotels and any key train tickets well ahead, think 3 to 6 months out, the crowds can be pretty manageable and the whole experience is just fantastic. And temperatures and weather here is a winner, and the flowers makes it worth it even if there are crowds. Next up, the glorious season of autumn, which is September to November. If cherry blossoms are the start of spring, then amazing autumn colors, known as koyo or momiji, are what makes autumn in Japan so special. Traditionally, starting from September through November, it's more likely to see the colors closer to October and into December nowadays. The country turns into this incredible canvas of fiery reds, bright oranges, golden yellows, as the maple and ginkgo trees show off. The weather in autumn is often described as cool, sunny, and just plain comfortable, with temperatures usually between 14 and 25 degrees Celsius, which is 57 to 77 Fahrenheit. This makes for the perfect time to be outdoors. One big plus for autumn is that it generally has fewer international tourists compared to the peak of cherry blossom season, though it's still quite popular, let's not lie. For a lot of people, autumn is a perfect mix of incredible scenery, lovely weather, and a bit more elbow room. Just a heads up, and that is that early September can still be pretty warm and humid with a higher chance of rain, and it's still technically typhoon season, so late September through November is often the sweet spot. A hidden gem, and that's early December. If you're looking for a quieter trip with a bit of crisp weather, early December is a surprisingly great option. You're probably still able to catch some autumn leaves too, maybe. And the weather is generally cool and crisp, refreshing, rather than freezing in most of the main tourist areas. The biggest win for early December is a noticeable drop in tourist numbers compared to both the autumn foliage and the upcoming Christmas and New Year's rush. It's the calm before the storm. And here's a sweet spot, which is mid-May to mid-July, which is post Golden Week and pre-summer break. This one is often overlooked. During this time is usually really nice. May has warm, sunny days, and while June is the start of Suyu, which is a rainy season in many parts of Japan, it doesn't usually mean non-stop rain. Often it's more like a few showers here and there or some overcast days with plenty of dry spells, especially in early June. You will find fewer crowds, especially on weekdays, which makes exploring temples, gardens and cities way more relaxed and enjoyable. This period also tends to be good value for money, which lowers travel costs. And for winter lovers, mid-January to early March, excluding New Year, is a great time to visit. If you don't mind the cold, and maybe you're even keen to snow sports or seeing some unique winter landscapes, then mid-January through early March could be the perfect time for you. Mid-February is actually one of my personal favorite times to visit. This period, well after New Year's, often sees the fewest tourists all year round. That means that you can often find the best deals on flights and hotels, making it a great choice if you're watching your budget. Sure, it can be cold, especially up north in Hokkaido, which is famous for its amazing powdery snow, and Sapporo Snow Festival in early February, and in the central mountains. But what I love is that it's often dry and sunny on the Pacific coast, including Tokyo. This is the absolute best season to experience a Japanese onsen, which is a hot spring, and some of the best times to get the great view of Mount Fuji, which can be shy the rest of the year. Apart from ski resorts, which will be busy with snow fans obviously, most other tourist spots are wonderfully uncrowded, and you can explore temples and shrines in more peaceful quiet, which is totally different from the peak season. And here are some bonus insider tips you should consider. Now, what if your schedule isn't flexible and you have to travel near one of those less than ideal times? Don't despair, don't worry. And remember, it's better to visit Japan when you can visit Japan than not visit Japan at all. Book early, and I mean super early. If Golden Week or New Year's is your only shot, book everything. Flights, hotels, everything. More, I would say around 6 months ahead. Maybe even more, and try to get your train tickets well in advance too. Just be ready for higher prices and crowds no matter what. Go rural and off the beaten path. During super busy times, think about exploring lesser known prefectures or more rural areas. And while cities and the usual Golden Route sites will be packed, you will find a lot more breathing room if you venture out a little bit. Travel mid-week. This is key. If you're traveling during the generally busy season like spring or autumn, try to hit the super popular spots on weekdays instead of weekends. Be an early bird for popular temples or attractions. Get there right when they open. You'll beat the biggest waves of people. And stay flexible with typhoon season. If you're traveling between June and October, especially August and September, keep a close eye on the weather forecast, have some backup indoor activities in mind, and definitely consider travel insurance that covers weather-related hiccups just in case. So there you have it, Japan's travel calendar, hopefully a little bit clearer now. Choosing the right time to visit Japan can really take your trip from good to absolutely unforgettable. So if this guide helped you out, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more insider travel tips. Now, I would love to hear from you. What's your dream time to visit Japan? Or maybe you have your own Japan travel stories, good or bad, relating to timing. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, stay positive and be a happy gaijin, and check out this playlist of less visited places you could visit to really escape the crowds. See ya! Bye!